Donald J. Trump is a man of many names. Some people call him the Tangerine Tyrant. Some people call him Mr. President. I just like to call him a dumbass. However, his ex-boyfriend Jeffrey, the one with the island, recently added a new name to that list, and that is the dog that hasn't barked. That sounds promising. Let's talk about it. See, it's very rare that a file format could instill fear in an individual. I can only think of a few instances where that counts. I mean, Minecraft YouTubers, if they hear that a Google Doc is dropped, if I was a Minecraft YouTuber, Tibbers, shivering. But if I'm a politician and I have emails leak, it's wraps. I might as well start writing my eulogy now for when I trip, fall, and accidentally hang myself in my prison cell. And I can confidently say the thought has crossed Donald's mind at least one time this week when a bunch of emails leaked from Jeffrey, of the Epstein variety, and how he has a bunch of notes on people from his island and how they all happen to be orange and also one man. These emails are all themed around the orange man, our president. Thank you, Mr. President. Yes, good to see you. Hopefully far from children. Like, it's genuinely cartoonish how damning these emails are. There's a bunch of different ones, but one of my favorites as well was when Jeffrey was explicitly stating that Donald is one of the most evil people he's ever interacted with, which is genuinely one of the most absurd things to hear from the LeBron James of pedophiles. Now to go to the list of comedically damning lore, there was a conversation that leaked between Jeffrey and his lawyer, in which his lawyer was like, hey, so Donald's going to be going up and testifying about your island soon and saying that he was never on it. Now, you could come forward with the truth and potentially have your prison sentence lessened. Huh? And then Jeffrey, in his, his strategical genius, said, no, you know what I'll do? I'll actually let Donald say he was not on my island and go along with it. And then I'll hold it over his head as leverage, because he'll owe me in the future. And then I plan to hang myself in my prison cell. Ha! For sure. These emails are literally everything that we have always wanted for years now. Like, I've always had the sentiment, people are always like, oh, well, if Trump's on the list, so will Bill Clinton, you Democrats. You blues. You want Bill Clinton to go to prison? Yes. He can share the cell with Donald. They can jerk each other off when they're bored. But no, apparently, in the emails, Jeffrey explicitly is like, yeah, Bill Clinton has never been to my island, but Donald has. Like, he wrote this shit as if we planned to read it later. And then the little cherry on top of this poop sundae is the fact that there was a bill signed today in which they confirmed that they have to release the files now. Why is this? How many times are they going to do this? It's like performative pedophile hunting. They're not even doing it. They're just saying that they will and they're doing nothing. They're like, oh, if we write it on paper, then it has to happen, right? And then they just stick it on the fridge and be like, oh, I'll see you in 3 months. I genuinely think the files are one of the funniest conspiracy theories to have ever happened, because literally it was one of those things where, like, Donald's entire campaign was run on, we are going to release those files day one. And then he gets into office, checks the files, and was like, guys, what are we even really caring? What is all the fuss about, realistically? What could possibly be on those files worth looking at? Like, genuinely, what could the next distraction be to try and get people's minds off of it this time? Like, the files dropped, and he was like, well, actually, but there's immigrants in the country, and that's actually bad, I think. And then the birthday note dropped, and he was like, by the way, have you guys even heard of, like, Israel and Palestine? Have you even heard of that stuff before? Like, there's some shit going on over there or something. Yeah, we know. Welcome to the presidency. Like, it's gotten bad when Donald's lashing out at other Republicans because they're trying to vote to release the files too. Donald's like, hey, friendly fire. Like, come on, dude. How are you gonna say that and do that? Like, threaten your own fellow man for trying to release the pedo files, and then we're supposed to assume that you're not on it. Who are you defending? You've never defended a soul in your life. If you just use your brain a little bit, which I know it's hard for some people, but most people, if you use the brain, you can one, and then one. Look at two. I'm just excited to see this idiot go to prison. Like, how many pieces of evidence do we need to put on the table? There's like a big glowing neon sign pointing at his head that says, I did it. And they're like, but wait. But there has to be some nuance here. No, there just isn't. There's just look at the sign. Anyways, if you actually want to read the emails, they're on the internet. Go look them up. I'm not reading them out to you. The American illiteracy epidemic is bad, but I hope it's not that bad. You guys know, right? My audience can read, right? Anyways, my name is Still Savarino, and I'm gonna go play some Minecraft. Look at this. I'm building building a fission reactor. A fission reactor on fission reactor on Minecraft. and it's definitely going to blow up. However, until then, my name is still Savarino. Donald Trump will hopefully see you. Bye.